SCP-3000. Special Containment Procedures. The area containing SCP-3000, currently a region of the Bay of Bengal roughly 300 kilometers in diameter, is to be routinely patrolled by Foundation naval vessels. Under no circumstances are civilians allowed to attempt deep-sea exploration or diving efforts in the quarantined area. Individuals believed to have contacted SCP-3000 are to be contained, quarantined, and processed at Site-151. Individuals affected by the anomalous properties of SCP-3000 are to be held in containment indefinitely. The Foundation submarine SCP-F Eremita is to monitor the location of the foremost section of SCP-3000, currently located within the Genghis Fan, roughly 0.7 kilometers beneath the bay. The Eremita is tasked with carrying out the Aztec Protocol, and staffing regulations on board the vessel are subject to the guidelines of that protocol. For a full description of the Aztec Protocol, see Addendum 3000.2. There is currently no known cure for exposure to SCP-3000. As such, affected individuals should be contained and quarantined for further evaluation. Individuals stationed aboard the SCP-F Eremita are not permitted to leave the vessel except for the purposes of carrying out the necessary procedures of the Aztec Protocol. Individuals who leave the vessel without proper authorization are to be considered lost. Under no circumstances should any individual interact with SCP-3000. So, what I know of this SCP-3000 is, some big Leviathan-looking creature. That's all I know. And it has some psychic abilities. But now we're going into the description of SCP-3000. Description: SCP-3000 is a massive, aquatic, serpentine entity strongly resembling a giant moray eel. The full length of SCP-3000 is impossible to determine, but is hypothesized to be between 600 and 900 kilometers. The head of SCP-3000 measures roughly 2.5 meters in diameter, and sections of the body proper are as large as 10 meters in diameter. SCP-3000 is typically a sedentary creature, only moving its head in response to certain stimuli or during feeding. The majority of its body is located in and around the Genghis Fan and rarely moves at all. SCP-3000 is carnivorous, and despite its sedentary nature, is capable of moving quickly to dispatch prey. Despite its size, it is hypothesized that SCP-3000 does not require sustenance to maintain its biological functions. While SCP-3000 excretes a thin layer of vicious dark gray substance classified as Y909 through its skin as it consumes prey, the end result of its digestive processes is currently unknown. Cognitohazardous entity. Direct observation of SCP-3000 may cause several mental alterations in viewers. Individuals who directly observe SCP-3000, as well as any individuals within an uncertain distance of SCP-3000, experience inexplicable head pain, paranoia, general fear and panic, and memory loss or alteration. The following is a log site from Site-151's historical records, written by Dr. Eugene Getz about initial discovery of SCP-3000 and the effects felt therein. The unease was felt throughout the entire crew as we descended on that first night. Whether this was due to our uncertainty of what we would discover or something more sinister, I would not speculate. As we continued to descend, Williams began sweating profusely. When asked about it, he could not respond, stating that he thought he was missing something he could not deduce. As our descent continued, he began to act more and more erratically, at one point addressing myself as Darlene and expressing uncertainty as to the task he was assigned to handle. Similar feelings were expressed by other members of the crew, but Williams felt it the most. His mimetic resistance was by far the lowest of all of us, but he was a biologist, not a memicidus. When we finally came into contact with the entity, he began whimpering and had to be sedated. I remember him muttering the word "no" over and over again, as if in disbelief. He went silent after a while, as we approached its head, and when I looked back at him, something had gone from his eyes. He did not even so much as blink as we made our final descent. At around 940 hours, we first observed the head of the entity. The unease was palpable now. Several other crew members complained of feeling hazy and of being uncertain what they were supposed to be doing. Captain Ritter, ever the man's man, wrote it all off as nitrogen intoxication and forced them to continue approaching the entity. When we were within 50 meters, the entity turned slowly to look at us. Even now, as I recall watching this thing coil around in the darkness, I can still hear Williams barking like a mad dog in the rear of the vessel, screaming and flailing, shouting about how he could see it in his head. Perkins and Harrison tried to restrain him, but he got free and smashed his face in against one of the portholes. He hit it so hard he cracked the inner layer of glass. The damage was bad enough that we had to surface. I tried to give Williams medical attention, but he was too far gone at that point. He had pulped himself against the glass, and despite the trauma, he still spoke briefly as he lay dying. Nobody recorded it. We didn't think to at the time. But I remember it well enough. He said, "There's nothing, nothing, nothing." By the time we had reached the surface, several hours later, William was dead. At that time, I didn't think much about what he had said. Just the ravings of a man gone mad by the depths, I figured. Didn't know any better. But even now, I can still see the eyes of the creature. I see it hanging there in the darkness, illuminated by the light I cannot source. I feel the lingering dread that Williams must have felt that night in the submersible, as he was overcome by whatever void that foul thing slithered out of. Alright, so that's like a little short story on, I guess, the SCP Foundation trying to investigate SCP-3000. Not really investigate, but study it, and it failed miserably. As of now, it seems that SCP-3000 contains some sort of mental, psychic, telepathic abilities to control whoever looks at it. So that's something. Even more so, this just makes the SCP even more creepier. Now, we are going to look into the logs of actually what went down from their perspective.
Alright, Command. We're situated in the airlock and ready to roll.
Confirmed. Go ahead and sound off.
Orion 9 Alpha, check. Orion 9 Bravo, check.
Alright, man. We're in position about 500 meters from the head of this creature. Make sure your tethers are on good and tight. We don't want any of you getting separated out there.
What's visibility like down here today, Command?
Stand by. About 3 meters.
So it's dark as fuck. Got it. Why are we so far out?
The size of this thing is hard to comprehend, but it's wrapped up in itself in several places. We can't get too close because there's too much body there. The entity hasn't moved in about 3 weeks.
At all?
Affirmative. It moves slightly with the currents down there, but nothing more than that. If it weren't for the head movement that was observed by the first submersible team, you probably wouldn't even know if it was alive or not.
That's reassuring. Alright, tethers are tight. Flood the chamber.
Confirmed. Rushing water is heard as the airlock chamber floods. No other sound is heard for several minutes. After some time, the sound of rushing water stops. You both good?
I'm good. It's fucking cold. Hopefully we won't be out for long then. Turn on your lights, boys. Here we go.
All members of the dive team exit the airlock. There's a low mechanical sound as the airlock door closes behind them. A muffled click sound is heard, and the Stravinsky activated at its aft floodlights.
Hey, Alpha? Maybe this is a bad time to ask, but I can't remember how to turn on my lamp. And your lamp is on, Foxtrot. What? What did you call me? Your designation? Mulhaney. Foxtrot. I'm Foxtrot, boss. Hang on, what are you talking about? I don't understand what you mean by designation. It's your goddamn call sign, Bravo. What do you mean? Who's Bravo? Shit, hang on. I was going to say something, Barry. Are you still there?
Stand by. Go for command.
Hey, we're having a little trouble out here. I'm not sure who. We seem to have some confusion over designations, and I'm not sure where we're going. Where exactly are we? God, Bravo. Do you guys feel that? I've just got an awful headache. It's like needling in my brain, something.
Dive team, be advised that we believe you may be experiencing some detrimental cognitive effects. Keep moving forward, and we'll give you more information as we receive it.
Noted. Command, be advised that Foxtrot has a, terrible headache. I think... Are we going in the right direction? We can't see out here.
You are roughly 150 meters from the head of the entity, Alpha. You should be getting visual soon.
Command, I don't see anything. Where are we? Where are we?
We're almost there, Alpha. Dive team, be advised. Picking up movement from the entity on radar.
Barry, I don't see anything down here. What are we supposed to be looking? All I can see is darkness. There's a chill, foul wind blowing, pushing me towards a brink I can't see. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Command, Bravo is unresponsive, requesting immediate cessation of mission. Wait a second. On the edge of the nothingness, anxious from oblivion, there's a sickness in my mind that I know I can't be cured. Beyond me is only blackness and a single pair of dark eyes. What? What are you saying?
Dive team, we're going to pull you back in immediately. We have reason to believe...
Barry? Is that you? How can it be? I shoveled the dirt during your... I can hear something over there. Alpha, your light. Get your fucking silence. Only science. My consciousness coming undone. And only...
Dive team, something is moving towards you. Repeat, something is moving towards you. Prepare to return.
This is shit. I can't see. How far are we from the... It's right there. It's right there. Fuck. What are you both doing? Fuck. And only the eel remains. Radio silence for 20 seconds.
Alpha?
Radio silence for 13 seconds.
Alpha? Bravo? Foxtrot? Do any of you hear us? Oh, thank God, Bravo. You need to speak up. We haven't...
Radio silence for 10 seconds.
Something has bound up the witch between you and us. We can't... It's
opening its mouth. It's so dark. There's... where am I? What? Barry, how could it be? I shoveled dirt. Mulhenny, swim. Get away. There's only darkness. Swim. Only... They are suddenly tensions and the tether attached to Stravinsky. 09 Foxtrot's radio goes silent. There's the sound of her struggling through the other two radios.
Foxtrot? Foxtrot? Alpha? Bravo? Talk to me. Stay calm. What happened?
It ate him. Fuck, he's gone. It took him whole. God damn it, Alpha. What are you doing? Alpha? Cut the fucking goddamn tether, Alpha. It's pulling us in. Who? Fuck! Total radio silence for 30 seconds. Tether attached to Stravinsky is pulled free from its moorings and disappears.
Alpha, Bravo, do you copy?
Radio silence for 5 seconds.
Alpha, Bravo, do you copy?
This is Bravo. I'm floating in the dark. I can see shapes moving through the fog, but they're hard to make out. I cut my tether. Alpha wouldn't. I think he's gone. I don't see his light anymore.
Acknowledged. We're coming to hang
on. Just let me think for a second. Cognition, this thing, it doesn't work around it. Your brain can't form thought. It hurts. It's like dying. And...
Bravo, do you have eyes on the entity?
It's in my head, guys. Coiled up in there like a snake. And something about it is caustic. I can see it. Just in front of me. It's not doing anything. It isn't moving. Just hanging there with its mouth open. I think it's finished eating. That fluid is seeping through the skin around its head, about a meter back. Just looking at the stuff is making me... like the room is spinning. I feel nauseous. My head isn't working right. There's an abortion under the floorboards. And another in the... Wait, this is wrong. That wasn't me. Who said that? I'm going to collect the sample. Hang on.
Bravo, we're going to send out a crew to get you. Just hold on.
Oh no, don't do that. You have to be trained to not feel the things I'm feeling, otherwise it will get into you. Maybe it will anyway. Who knows? It feels like the end of the world down here, fellas. My heart is really going off the charts, and I think I'm dying. I got a sample. I'll attach it to one of those little balloons and let it float up. You'll be able to get it later. Don't spend too much time around that stuff. It doesn't, your mind, it...
Bravo?
I think I'm dying. I'm dying. I know I'm dying. This is it. I just want to get away from here. You know, it occurs to me. Don't send anyone else out here. It's so dark.
Bravo? Over the next half hour, the SCP-F Stravinsky attempted to approach 09 Bravo, with no success. Command continued to attempt to communicate with 09 Bravo, but Bravo grew increasingly unintelligible, before eventually going completely silent. Bravo's radio stayed active over the next 3 days, and intermittent breathing could be heard until the radio ceased functioning. Wow. This is going to be our final entry of SCP-3000. It can really mess with your mind. And unless you're trained like Bravo was, you wouldn't really survive. This is why, in my mind at least, SCP-3000 is one of the most dangerous, bone-chilling SCPs that has ever been discovered.